Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to about Blender basics. Okay, Blender basics part 1 video, and I'm going to tell you about like how to take an object, how to edit, how to swap between edit and object modes and all. So I will explain everything here. So what is a game object, how it works and all. Okay, so let's get into the topic. So first of all, as you already know, in the previous video I told you the navigation and all, right? So yes, let me tell you the navigation again. So this is a 2D viewport, sorry 3D viewport. This is a 3D viewport, and also you can also take the 2D. That is not a problem. So in the Blender you will also have the 2D one. Okay. So for now we are just doing the 3D things, right? Okay. Fine. I will delete this cube. Now see, this is a 3D viewport. For viewport to rotate the viewport, we should take the middle mouse button. Okay. So the middle mouse button, with the help of middle mouse button, you can rotate the screen. Like press the middle mouse button and you can rotate the screen. Okay. Press the middle mouse button for the screen rotation, and shift and middle mouse button. Press shift plus middle mouse button to pan. Okay, which is also available here. Shift middle mouse button to pan, just middle mouse button to rotate, and for the zoom, scroll down and scroll up. Okay, scroll front and back to the zoom, or control middle mouse to zoom. Okay, which is also available here. Okay, so now this is the navigation. So first of all, how to take an object. So that is the main thing here. So how to take an object to edit. So in order to edit an object, you need an object, right? So to take a 3D object, you should go here in the viewport. We have here in the top, there is a add. Okay, in this add you have mesh. In the mesh means these are all 3D things. Okay, in the mesh you can find plane, cube and all. Okay, so the other thing is there is always a shortcut for everything in the Blender. So we always use shortcuts, so I will tell shortcuts. Okay, I will not concentrate on these things. I will just make you focus on the shortcuts. Okay, just keep track of the shortcuts what I'm saying. Okay, so shift A, click shift A, shift plus A button. Okay, shift button plus A button, you should click it both at same time. Shift A, you will open the add, the same add. If you hover on that, you can say, you can see here shortcut shift A, right? Shift A, click the shift A, and you can select the cube. In the mesh you can select plane, cube, cylinder, circle, whatever. And in the curves you can have like 2D things like circle. There are 2D shapes. Okay, and the surfaces are also same. And metaball, these are pretty much 3D, but you know, we will talk about these things if it is necessary, but if it is not actually. And this is text, this is grease pencil, you can draw. This is amateur, which is a bone, and these are empty. Image, light, light ropes, camera, speaker, you can all take here. Okay, you can take everything in the add. Okay, fine. Now let's click shift A. So I click shift A and I go to the mesh and I take a cube or UV sphere, whatever it may be. So I take a UV sphere. So how to move or how to rotate or how to scale in the Blender. Okay, that is the second point here, and I'm telling you about that. So here we have two ways. One, you can use the gizmos, or you can use the shortcuts. So for the gizmos, here we have the gizmos. This is the move. So this is Z axis, X axis and Y axis. If you click on the Z axis and move it, you can say mouse right click. Okay, not the left click. Mouse right click to select. So I select the Z axis and I can move it in the Z axis only. X axis, it will move it on the X axis, and if it is Y axis you select, it will only move in the Y axis. The same movement you can achieve with the shortcut also. Okay, before telling the shortcuts, I will also tell you the rotate. This is the rotate. So same, you can rotate in the X, Y and Z. And the another hand we have scale, scale, scale it, right? So how to use the shortcuts here. So what are the shortcuts for the movement and all? So G is the shortcut for the movement. You can click G, so it will move, but it will move like a free movement. It is a free movement. You can place it anywhere. you can't move it in particular axis like x or only in the y or only in the z. So to make it happen, to move it only in the y or to move it only in the z or x, you should do one thing, that is, after clicking G, if you press G for the movement, and after that press X if you want to move in the X axis, press Y if you want to move in the Y axis, and press Z or Z, you can say, in the Z axis. Okay, and the same way we rotate. Okay, but for the rotate, the shortcut is R for rotate, G for movement, R for rotate, and X to rotate in the X axis. After pressing the R, you click X to rotate in the X axis, and R click Y to rotate in the Y axis, and G to rotate in the Z axis. And the same way we have the scale, and for the scale it is S. Okay, S is for scaling. See, so in the, if you click X now, it will scale in the X. If you click Y, it will scale in the Y. If you click G, it will scale in the G. It's very simple, right? So G is for movement, R is for rotation, and S for scaling. And if you want to, so now you know movement, rotation, and scale. And in order to scale, or in order to rotate, or in order to move it in the particular axis like in the X and Y and Z, after clicking the shortcuts for movement like G, and you should click X, Y or Z, whatever the axis you want to move or whatever the axis you want to rotate. Okay, so now you got an idea of navigation, you got an idea about movement, rotation and all, so, and also scale. Yes, so, and now what about the editing? So what of the editing part, how to edit? So now you can't edit, you just rotate, scale, or you can just move, but you can't actually edit it, like you can't actually extrude or you can't actually create some shape from this, right? So to do that, you do one thing, that is, here we have a drop down, right? In this, if you click it, the drop down, you will get the edit mode. Okay, this is the edit mode, and if you click the object mode again, it will come to the object mode, or you can go to the modeling, it will automatically take you to the edit mode. Or the best way is click tab button. Okay, tab, tab button. Okay, click the tab button, then you will automatically, it will take you to the edit mode. Okay, see here, if I click, now I am clicking tab, it went to the object mode. If I click tag again, it goes to the edit mode, object edit, right? So now we have the edit mode, so now you can edit, right? So before telling you how to edit, so let me tell you one thing. Here, every 3D object, it may be cube, it may be a sphere, it may be a cylinder, whatever the object is, every object is created with three things, that is a vertex. These black dots are vertex, and if you see here lines, there are lines, right? These lines are called segments, and are edges, you can say. Some say segments, some say edges, whatever you call it. These are vertex, edge, and the third one is face. This is the face. Okay, so every object will form with the help of this vertex, edge, and face. So four vertex combine to create a face, two vertex combine to create a line or edge or a segment, and one single dot is a vertex. You can click on anything, like you can select the vertex and click G, like movement, in the object mode you click G to move it, right? So same as in the object mode. If you click tab, you go to the edit mode and you select anything, you select any vertex, like these vertex or any one single vertex, like this vertex, as whatever the vertex you select, you can move it with the G. Click G and you can move it, click G, you can move it, G, you can move it. See, same, you can also select edges. So to toggle between this, like what to vertex to edge, edge to face, you can go here. So this is the vertex selection. Now you are in the vertex selection, so you can only select vertex, you can't select this face or you can't select the edge. But to select the edge, you go to the second one, this is edge select. So you can now select the edges. So see, I selected the edge and I can move the edges, G. X to X, Y to move it in the Y, and G to move it in the G. See, and if you want to select face, you can come here and click this one. So this is face selection. See, the whole face will move. Now I have extruded. See, you can scale, you can rotate, you can move it like this. Okay, so these are the vertex selection, edge selection, and the face selection. In the vertex selection, you can only select vertex. In the edge selection, you can only select the edges. In the face selection, you can only select the faces. Okay, now you know how to go to the edit mode and how to go to the object mode again, and you know what are the vertex, edge, face, and how the object is formed, how to edit, right? So what are the shortcuts of toggling to do this one, like these things? So what are these shortcuts? So here in the keyboard on the top, like below the function button F1, F2, F3, we have the numbers, right? So not in the number pad. In the keyboard, on the top side, we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1 is for vertex. You see, 1 is for vertex, 2 is for edge, and if I click 3, it will go here. See, 3 is for face. 1, 2, 3. These are the shortcuts for the vertex and edge and face toggle. Okay, so these are the shortcuts. So you know, you have an idea now, right? So how to go to the edit mode, how to go to the object mode, how to how to select vertex, edge, face, and what are those things, and what is object made of, all those things. Okay, so now you know all those things. So in the next class, I will go to the second part, and in the second part we will make some changes. We will do some extrude, insert. So I will tell you all those things in the next video. Okay. So yeah, I already told you in the previous class. I would like to make it simple, so I just made it simple. So this is it for this class. So see you in the next video.